He's already the pound for pound #1 ranked.
But he's yours.
Yeah. I'll give it to him.
As we all know, to me, pound for pound is a load of made up stuff. So I don't look into that, but it's just funny how he's kind of jumped ship now.
In the 21st century, a weapon will be invented like no other.
Better, stronger, faster.
Unstoppable. He has only one purpose. Win fights.
Right, we're currently in Manchester. We just had a little swim, sauna for a Sunday morning. And I was supposed to be in LA last night for the event. Unfortunately, due to problems in the airport, didn't make it. We're supposed to do some meet and greet stuff as well, so big apologies to anyone who wanted to come and see me, come and meet me for the meet and greet, get some signed stuff or whatever. Unfortunately, that stuff was out of my hands and couldn't make it yesterday.
And just talk us through the flight, the details, what happened?
So, the original plan was fly from Manchester to Amsterdam, then from Amsterdam to LA. That was the plan. So I got on an early morning flight to to Amsterdam, and the flight was delayed. So landed in Amsterdam late with around about 20 minutes to go for my connecting flight to LA. Anyway, got off the flight, blasted it across the airport, full blast. I went full sprint. I was taking out kids. I was doing all kinds of stuff. And there were so many people recording me as well. I'm surprised I've not seen any video of that yet. Anyway, got to the gates just as they were closing. And the flight attendant or whoever it was told me that they couldn't let me on the flight after the door was closed. And I'm talking about not the door for the plane, the door to get on the plane. So I was still in the airport, the door at the gate. And I was like, look, I can see people beyond the door haven't even boarded the plane yet. I was flying business class, the UFC paid for me to get there. Very expensive flights. And I was like, look, can you let me on? I can see that there's still people there. The lady was rude, she shut me down. She told me I've got to go and get on the flight.
No, really, you can't get on that flight. Oh, Christ.
So I've cancelled that flight. Anyway, went to the information desk. There was a queue there for about an hour, queued for an hour. Then they told me the next flight's to Germany, which for anyone who doesn't know geography very well is in the wrong direction. And that's going to be in 2 hours. And then there's a 2-hour layover in Germany. So I was like, right, cool, no problem, we'll do that. Anyway, that flight got cancelled due to the fog in Amsterdam. So the next flight then was to Dublin in 3 hours. And then there was a 6-hour layover in Dublin to LA. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have to do that. Anyway, a few hours went by, started to board the plane. As the plane was boarding, the flight got cancelled. And then they actually, due to the extreme fog and so many delays, they decided to stop most of the outgoing flights from Amsterdam to anywhere in the world. Also, in LA, they've got fires right now, as we all know, unfortunately. And they were flying less than 10 flights to LA in Europe on Friday and Saturday because of the fires and the smoke. So I had to stay in Amsterdam overnight, which sounds exciting, but wasn't. I was absolutely fuming and returned home Saturday afternoon to Manchester without making it to LA. So anybody who's going to come to the meet and greet, apologies. Trust me, no one was as upset as I was over this weekend about not being in LA, so apologies.
Who knew we'd be an airline channel? Right, let's talk fighting, let's get into it. Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start, mate?
We'll start the main event, innit? What do you think?
Yeah.
Start the main event.
The carnage of the day before.
Yeah, standard UFC stuff, standard UFC madness. When did we get the news? Friday, the day of the weigh-ins. We got the news the day of the weigh-ins that Arman Sarukian had pulled out of the fight because of back issues, which is a bit strange on the day of the weigh-in because I don't really get how that works, but obviously that's between him and his team. None of us are going to know what happened there. But they replaced him. Money Moicano stepped in. The name gives it away, Money Moicano. The guy will have got a massive pay bump for taking the fight on short notice like that and a new contract. So his next few fights he'll be massively taken care of financially. So massive risk for him, massive reward. But also, I think a lot of people are looking by what Islam Makhachev's just done massive risk for him, even bigger risk for Makhachev, because no one thought he was going to lose that fight at all. Nobody thought he was going to lose it. There was a lot on the line there for Makhachev. And he did what true champions do, and fight anybody on any notice. And that's what he did. And the fight was what it was. Do you know what I mean? He went out there, got the fight to the floor, finished him with the dash choke, which is what a lot of people expected, including me. But sometimes with these big fights and weird things happening like that, you can just get a little banana skin going. And there was always a chance of, what's going on here? Come on. There was always a chance that he could have lost the fight just because it's an MMA fight, do you know what I mean? And it would have been a bad fight to lose to, but now we're seeing Dana White coming out and saying that he's the pound for pound number one in the world, Islam Makhachev.
He's already the pound for pound number one ranked.
But is he yours?
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
But as we all know, to me, pound for pound is a load of made up stuff. So I don't look into that, but it's just funny how he's kind of jumped ship now from John Jones to Islam. But yeah, Islam did what he was supposed to do. Went out there, fought whoever was put in front of him, which is what a champion's supposed to do. Fought the guy that the UFC told him to fight, and he got the win. And he's levels above anybody else in that division. He's going to hold the belt for a long, long time. And that is something that I'm very excited for because I'm a massive Islam Makhachev fan. Oi, sit.
We've got dog training coming soon as well to the channel, but
It's getting very excited because I'm not talking to him.
let's go from Islam to your main man Merab.
Tough fight, but I mean, Umar is obviously very, very skilled coming from that Khabib's camp. They're all amazing, aren't they? And he actually has a little bit more of a striking heavy style than most of the other guys in that camp. Saying that, they're all amazing, so I'm not saying, but he likes to, you can see he enjoys the striking aspect just as much as he enjoys the grappling. And I thought his game plan was really good. What Umar was doing was, as Merab was attacking him with the strikes, he was like trying to exchange at the same time as Merab was exchanging with him. So he wasn't kind of countering, he wasn't waiting his turn and coming back. He was throwing at the same time as Merab was throwing, which was really interesting, and I thought was a really, really good approach for an aggressive striker into grappler like Merab is. I thought it was a really, really good approach from Umar. But what Merab does is just insane. Like, Merab, if you're watching this and you've got any cardio tips for me, please send them over. That conditioning is unbelievable. The third round, it started to look a little bit, I think it was the third round, quite an even round. Like, could have gone either way. Potentially, Merab lost that round, if I remember rightly. But I would have thought, right, starting to slow down a bit here. But Merab just turns it up again, just turns up the heat. He just goes full blast. He's just going in, and there's just no slowing down. I don't know how you get that kind of cardio, how you get that kind of conditioning. His mentality is insane. He's obviously technically unbelievable as well. So is Umar. The skill level, like, the difference between them two in skill level is like barely anything. Do you know what I mean? The guys, fantastic. Both guys are fantastic, ridiculously high level guys. But Merab gets a win again. I think similar to Islam at lightweight, I can't see many people competing with these guys for quite a while, even though that was a lot closer fight. Just the level of conditioning is just ridiculous. I just don't know how you prepare for that. Like, as a person who, I like to think I know what I'm watching when I'm watching these guys get in there and compete. When I know what these guys are going through mentally and physically in there. I don't know how you prepare for a guy that just relentlessly goes at you for 25 minutes without letting up at all. That is absolutely insane. I don't see anyone beating him anytime soon.
Little notable mentions to your next opponent, Jamal Hill.
My next opponent?
Obviously, Jamal Hill and Yuri.
Jamal Hill, he's on a bit of a bad run, bless him, at the moment. He's not looking great. Yuri though, for me, I thought this was a 50-50 fight. They both got big power in the hands, both big dudes, aren't they? Both got a lot of knockout power, so I thought this fight could have like gone either way. Yuri, I wanted to see how he looks because I wasn't sure if he was going to go on a bit of a skid because he has took a couple of bad losses lately. and I didn't know where he was at mentally and where his faculties at after you take 2 massive knockout losses like that. But looked better than ever, in my opinion. He went out there, executed the perfect game plan of making a power punch and miss. Because Jamal loads up on his punches a lot. He's got a lot of power in his hands. He's throwing heat most of the punch. He's not throwing many soft punches. There's not a lot of setup there with him. He's just going out there and swinging and trying to knock you out, which is amazing to watch. But Yuri took a little bit more of a tactical approach to this one, in my opinion, where he didn't go out there just going for the kill the whole time. He was thinking defense first and counter second, which was fantastic. You see him with the hands low, but the head movement and the defense is fantastic. And like I said, he did the perfect thing. Made his opponent miss, made the power punch and miss, start to get his arms a little bit heavy, start to get involved with the clinching exchanges, tire his arms out a little bit more, make him miss, make him pay. And that's what we've seen from Yuri Prochazka. I'm a big fan of Yuri. I really like him as a person as well. He's a really, really nice guy. So congratulations to Yuri. Commiserations to Jamal. I'm sure he'll be back. But that's what we like to see. We like to see the big guys throwing down. Not the biggest guys, light heavies, but still big guys regardless. So great fight.
And Pereira and Ankalaev announced, and also Gaethje Hooker. What's your thoughts on that?
Great fight. Well, this is what we need in the light heavyweight division, I think. I think that this fight is the one that I know I'm looking forward to. Big fan of both guys. We've got Alex Pereira knocking everybody senseless. And then we've got Ankalaev, who's on a massive win streak of his own, and potentially, stylistically, a bad matchup for Alex Pereira. But what I don't like, and this might just be talk, is Ankalaev's going out there saying he's going to strike with him. Fair enough, strike with him. That'd be great. Strike with him all you want. Don't forget to make him think about the takedowns as well, because that's where the success is going to come. And that's a fight that's the biggest fight you can make at light heavyweight right now. So very exciting one.
Do you think if Pereira beats him, then he should go up to heavyweight?
I don't know. That's it. That's his prerogative, innit? I know he's getting up there in age a little bit, but he's not old for a bigger guy. I think he's 37, 38, so he's still got a bit of time if he wants to move up and try it heavyweight and stuff. So interesting.
And then just on Gaethje and Hooker as well.
Gaethje, I mean, that's got fight of the year written all over it, hasn't it? Gaethje and Hooker. Both guys bring it. I will stop and watch both guys fight any time of the day. Do you know what I mean? They will bring the heat. Anytime they step in there, you know it's going to be fireworks with these guys. So not expecting a technical masterclass from either guy. Both guys absolute veterans in the sport. Both guys got massive wins, massive losses. And yeah, just going to see them guys just go in there and beat each other up for 15 minutes or 20. I'm not sure, is it main event?
I think it will be, yeah.
Potentially 25 minutes, which is going to be a lot of fun. They're not shouting, I think they're shouting 4. Oh! What does that mean? Right, so that's everything on the fighting. That's the video wrapped up. That's everything on UFC 311. Amazing event, great event. Look forward to the up and coming events this year. And on the YouTube channel, next week we've got some sparring footage, big guy grappling footage, all that good stuff. The week after, we're going to be doing a video on this guy and some other protection dogs. Oh, there's a big yawn for you. He's had enough of me. He's had enough of me. You've probably had enough of me at this point, but please like and subscribe anyway, and I'll see you next time.
And also comment on Tom's socks as well.
Got the socks, zoom in on them. Winter time, innit?